Hey guys, it's Gadget, and the reason I haven't been doing videos in a while is because I'm trying to get things in order here because since I'm not going to New York Comic Con because I didn't have time to get the tickets or anything, also I have to try to plan stuff and don't know if someone's coming here because of everything. I thought finally, after everything, I could get my life back together, right? No. As you all know, I have been, ever since I got back, a little upset because of what happened on my trip to the UK. And basically, it was part because of what Christopher did. He doesn't want to admit to anything, but he admits to some things and stuff like it's just one of those big fiascos. I warned him there would be fallout. The fallout has not stopped. I've got family members thinking I'm going nuts. I have tons of people calling me. And yesterday I just had to curse somebody out because this is the problem I am having. All right? As you all know from my videos and everything, I'm not as popular as some of these YouTube bloggers or anything like that. I tend to piss off a lot of people. And that's good because you know what? I'd rather have enemies because I know where they stand than false friends. And also, I am going to be 40 in a couple of months. I'm old enough to be half of their parents. And you know what? I want to take some of their parents and speak to them because some of them are the most rudest, no good people I have ever met who have been calling me, thinking they know what the world is like. Because this is what I've been getting. Some are on wanting to hear my side of it. I tell them what happened and that if they don't keep the calling, if they don't stop, they'll read about it in the book because I am writing a book about my trip. And it will have good and bad in it. People's names have been changed. It's about my trip and what happened and what went wrong. There are good things in it, yes. But at the same time, I didn't cause the bad things. Okay? And this is where all of you have to understand this. Because I'm upset right now, pissed off, because this is the problem. And I'm trying not to scream right now. That's why you see the tears coming out of my eyes, because it's like I want to curse everyone out who will not talk to him. Because, okay, ooh, this is just frustration because give me a sec, okay? Oh. Now see, people who know me know I only show tears when I'm so frustrated. And it's not out of wanting somebody, it's just I'm tired. So, let me give you a little backstory on me. Growing up in a household where you thought things were right and they weren't, and finding out later that what your parents did to you was considered along the lines today of child abuse, yeah, you got to see where I'm coming from with this. So growing up in my life, everything is all or nothing. You either work with me and try to make amends, try to get to know me, try whatever. But the nothing part is the fact when you treat me like nothing, push me away. Oof, I'm just thinking about what this person said to me on the phone. That's why, sorry. All this other stuff because you are a selfish bastard or bitch when it comes to things. I have to deal with my family, the two-faced bastards that I have in my family. Now, some of my cousins aren't two-faced. Some of them are willing to get to know me. Other ones that have been in my life are such two-faced bastards, would throw me under the bus for anything. And that's not right, okay? So, from day one, I have been damaged. And not damaged in the sense of, I just let people, I don't fight with them. I walk away, okay? Because right now, after what that phone call was yesterday, I warn you all, I am not in a happy mood. I will need time to calm down because here's what's been happening. I have had wolves at my door. Pond scum, loser, wolves, if you girls know what I mean. Because it seems as soon as I went to single, all of them came out of the woodwork. And the only reason I put single was because when I talked to Christopher, I said, Christopher, you're supposed to be coming here to New York. Do you want to work at it, yes or no? Because 3 weeks was not enough. With all the chaos that went on during the trip, and when he played tour guide, and I'm going to say I'm sorry to these two people because I'm not going to put their names here, but I am very sorry, but what I'm about to say doesn't reflect on you. It reflects on Christopher. And don't hate me or don't unfriend me because of it, because I didn't get to know you guys either. But there was a lot of stuff that happened during that trip that I had to yesterday curse out somebody, like I said, because this is the problem. It seems that out of all the phone calls and everything, everyone's telling me, get lost, move on. You're no good for Christopher. What are you doing around? He doesn't care about you like that. You were a fool. See, I'm upset because people want to call me that. Now, it hurts my feelings because all my life I've been called stupid, fool by family. I'm not, okay? That I amount to nothing, that I'm a waste. And finally, when someone actually doesn't call me a waste or anything, I'm told to get rid of them because of how they acted and not to fix it. And all because I can't open my mouth because I will look like the bad guy while everyone else looks free and clear. Now, this is my dilemma, and I'm trying to reiterate to everyone, this is why I'm upset. Everyone thinks they know me. Everyone thinks they know what makes me work. Everyone thinks that I'm sitting at home because of what happened. Well, no, people. I was not allowed out growing up. It was a privilege or a treat if I even got out of the house, and that was when I went to my grandma's or nana's. Otherwise, my mother kept me prisoner in this house, and she will not admit it to her family or anything that she kept me prisoner. Okay? She is not mentally well. She never got the help for it. And when my father and my sister enable her, this is the problem I have. So, for me to go outside, it doesn't faze me in the sense of like people that you have to go out. No. I also do not make enough money to go out, and I also live in the Bronx, in an area where there is nothing around me except the Bronx Zoo and Botanical Gardens. You don't go to the movies, you don't do anything because there's too many riots, gangs, and everything else. You either have to go to Yonkers to go, or all the way up, and I don't have a car. And I am not spending 2 hours on a bus, because I'm ready to kill people on the bus because I walk with a fucking cane, and no one gives me a fucking seat. Okay? So I'm a little pissed at everything right now. Okay? What tops it off is the fact that I'm getting people calling me, making me feel worse because they don't know what the fuck happened. Okay? And I'm sitting there trying to explain to people what happened, and I said, you know what? Fuck you all, because I wrote a book. It's all down on paper right now. I'm just adding in and changing out names and adding in filler to put backstory to things. Otherwise, this book will be published soon. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's going to talk about what happened on the trip. Okay? Because if I was to write about how Christopher has treated me in the past 3 years, it'd be a wonder if he ever talks to me again. Okay? Because some of you little idiots, or little brats, or wherever you are instigators. And this is what pisses me off. Because I hear from everybody. This is what they describe Christopher to me as when they call. Oh, What happened now? Why did you abuse him? Oh, he's such a baby. He can't handle the stress that you're putting on him. He oh, how do we put this in your terms of American terms? Because we say something different out here in the UK. But he is a child. He can't handle anything. We're only friends with him because we know he needs support. We're stronger than he is. We take the brunts for him. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that was about 25% of the calls. Then there were ones that were when people who can see my Facebook page or see me posting pictures of him on his page. Why are you stalking him? How did you get those pictures? Why are you tagging him in those pictures? How did you get those pictures? You weren't with him. I was like, what? Excuse me? What? That's right. You're an American. You don't travel. Why were you there? Okay. Wait, gets better. Because that was another 10% of the calls. The other ones were, haha, bitch, I get to date him now. Haha, bitch, he threw you away. Haha, bitch, see, you're just a fool. Haha, bitch. Oh, yeah. But then there were other calls. There were ones that said, he's scared. He doesn't know what to do. There were ones that said he doesn't realize what he threw away because he didn't realize he fell in love. There were ones that just plain out were trying to defend the situation, thinking that Christopher would have some hope to change his mind. And they were apologizing for him that he prejudged me. Okay. Then I also had to deal with, he doesn't want to admit, but his mother had told me they were going to have him evaluated for Asperger's syndrome. And he could hate me only once for saying this and everything. Because, newsflash, like I said to everybody else, his parents ruled out the trigeminal neuralgia. It's not trigeminal neuralgia. They ruled out his neck injury. They ruled out everything else, and that was the only thing that was left. Okay? And also, what I had to reiterate to all those wonderful phone calls, his parents helped by paying for the trip because they thought Christopher finally had grown up and had a girlfriend. Basically, Christopher asked me out there for it because his friend's wedding. I had enough money to get to London and was going to figure a way to get to the wedding. I had enough for London. But then I wouldn't have any spending money, and I didn't know if my parents were going to give me any spending money because, see, in my family, you have to work. You can't sit on your ass and we pay for you that way. No, no, no. It's called you work, and if you can't make ends meet, we will help you. So that's why Dad is helping me with the rent, because the job has not given me a raise. There are no jobs out here, despite what people say. And Dad is helping me. But here's the stipulation. I have to work. Christopher's been out of work for 1.5 years now. Yes, I understand his parents are helping out, but they have a house. So Christopher doesn't have to pay any bills or anything. I have my own apartment due to the reason with my mother. Otherwise, I would be living at home with my dad. But still be working, because that's what I used to do when I lived at home with them. I worked. But due to the situation with my mother, I cannot be in that apartment. For my own sake, for my own life. Trust me. There's a lot of stuff you don't know. Okay? And she won't admit to it. Okay? So, yeah. So basically, like some cousins sold me, like threw me under the bus, all this other thing. Yeah. I know who my friends are. I know who his friends are. And I know which ones are two-faced. I know which ones are immature children. I know which ones are good for him. Okay? Because they all are showing me their true colors. Because this is the best part about it. Out of all of them, even though some of them are good people and everything, no one wants their names revealed. Because this is the one thing that everyone has said to me out of all over 75 phone calls. Okay? They don't like to upset Christopher because they don't want him to stop talking to them. Basically, that he cannot handle when he's being told he's wrong. Okay? That's why they say he's a baby and they have to baby him and deal with him on, okay? No. He is going to be 33 in a couple of weeks. Okay? From day one, and I'm going to tell you guys, I met him on OkCupid. Took him a year to email me back. Okay? Through the 3 fucking years I have been with him, and that is Skyping and everything else, I've had to hear about everyone, including the bad breakup he had in 2010 that wrecked his heart to death. Okay? I had to hear about other people that loved him, he claimed, and left him. Okay? Then I had to be bitched out by a girl that lives in Texas. Okay? This is a first girl in Texas because there's a second girl that lives in Texas. Okay? And it wasn't even, and the girl tells him that I bitched her out when I was correcting her on a statement that she had made that was inappropriate. Okay? All through my trip, the first week was fine. He was starting to get to know me. He was a little nervous. I thought that was adorable. Okay? Then his father had to be put into the hospital. Okay? After that, it went to hell in a handbag because the day we got back to the house, when his father said he had to get ready to leave in the morning for the hospital, you never saw someone turn as white as anything, and they're white as anything, and crawl right up into their bedroom and stay up there for 3 hours, leaving me downstairs to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay? Just went upstairs and left me alone. Excuse me. Okay. And then an hour later, his dad comes down to watch TV. His mom's getting ready for bed, and he's still upstairs. I knew I had to pack my bags that day. I knew. Because my trip was ruined. And it wasn't his parents' fault. He just zoned out. And I'm trying to explain to people what happened. And I'm tired of being blamed for it. Because that's what they're doing. They're blaming me. At least the 10%, 20% of them that are. They're blaming me. Because what was I to do? He had all these plans planned out. His dad was going to help with everything. But things happen. And I should not be blamed for them. That's why I hate when people see me crying or anything, because they think, oh, ditch this guy. Ditch this guy. He's no good. He's a man-child. He's this. You're better than that. I know I'm better than that. I know what my self-worth is. If I didn't, I would be just like him or anybody else that has low self-esteem. Because they don't see what value they are. I don't get jealous. I don't hate. And I don't envy because why? And I explained it to you guys before. Jealousy. I'm jealous of what? If I want something, I can go get it. Envious. What do I envy about his life? Nothing. That's his life. You know? And why should I hate? I don't hate him. I hate what he does to me. There's a difference. And that's what people don't understand, especially these 20-year-olds he knows, especially these people that, yeah, it's different culture, but it's still, the message is still the same. Don't blame me for your friend's fuck-ups. My last 2 weeks of that trip was me trying to deal with someone who's in shock about their father. Plans are ruined that he had planned for me. I mean, you should have seen him when we went to Torchwood Tower. He was in shock because the thing was all roped off. I didn't get to stand on the step. His mother even said to me, you didn't get to stand. I said, no, because everything got ruined. And then that's why I'm saying, if anybody's watching this, also, the 2 friends that I had met at the Doctor Who experience and everything, this is not anything against you guys or anything. It's just, we only had that one day in Cardiff because we were going back the next day. And what did Christopher do? Play tour guide with you guys. After we got out of the experience, we were supposed to go to Cardiff Castle. We were supposed to do things. But he left me and ditched me for you guys. And that's it. I said I was done. My heart was broken. And that's all in the book, too. I got ditched my whole trip because this is what he said to me. He said he wanted to be physical. He wanted a relationship with me. He wanted it to be romantic and everything. But here's what happened. We were never alone. The first week was all nerves because he was trying to get to know me. He was all sweet and kind and cuddling with me and everything. His dad goes into the hospital. And the next thing I know, we're fighting. He's scared to be around me. He just sits in a chair and does nothing. And then when he does cuddle and sees his mom, he jumps to the other couch. Or he wouldn't hold my hand in the car. Or after everything, he started, instead of introducing me as his girlfriend, I was company from America, or I was whatever. He didn't even realize he was doing that. And people were like, ditch him. He's no good for you. He's not this. That's the problem with people. Everyone wants to ditch things and not work at anything. If it needs, that maybe there was something that caused it. Maybe there's that one shaky thing. And I think it was his dad going in the hospital. Because his dad and him are close. Well, closer now. Because of what I know. And I sat there and I'm like, why did I come on this trip? Why did you want me there? If you're going to not let me in, if you're not going to whatever. When he did let me in, oh my God, he let me in, you know, making out, he let me in. But he stopped himself. And I don't know if it was what his mother said he might have, or if it's that he didn't know what to do with me, or the bad breakups, or reminding of every girl that left and ditched him and never came back. All I know is I had 75 friggin' phone calls and more coming in that I thought finally had stopped. No, it's because I went to work and my answering machine would get them. And no one would leave messages. They would just be these strange phone numbers I didn't know. I just wipe up. Sorry guys. It's just that I liked being out in the UK, and everyone keeps saying that, do you want to go back out there for him, or do you want to go back out there for yourself? I want to go back out there for myself and have him as a bonus. Because this is the thing also. His parents were even going to have me come back every year. Because as the girlfriend, that makes sense. You come back every year. And my job even said around this time into August is a little bit better. Because there's not that many people, not many people taking vacation. It would have worked better. Most people take June and July because of the holidays and everything. Plus, I saw in the UK there's so much stuff to do around his August, and that's also his birthday. So I thought that would be really cool next year, right? But then at the same time, this August coming is when they figure out if his visa is working that he can come here. But this is what happened. I had too many phone calls. I had too many things. I said to him, all or nothing. All to me meant we stay boyfriend and girlfriend and we work it out. But he already told 2 other girls that we were done. And I'm wondering if one of those 2 were the ones that called me and said, ha ha, bitch, now I get to date him. Because I'm sick of this. I am sick of playing his fool. I am sick of being told I'm a friend, and yet everyone else comes before me, in the sense of, I know how to prioritize my friends. And I know which friends are busy, and I know which ones, right? But you can check up on your friend. Not start a fight and everything. Okay? I don't contact you, and that means for any of my friends, because 1, you guys are busy. 2, I'm busy. I work. 3, you're too far away. Now here's the funny part was, since I really have no ties here and wanted to work at this with him, eventually, after I got stuff sold, packed, and figured out what to do with my cat, and visas and everything, I might have wanted to stay over there and see how I could get a job and everything and work at stuff and stay with him and not leave like everybody else does out of his life. But the stipulation would have been he would have had to get a job too and not mooch off his parents. Or like he ruined the Cardiff trip by buying 75 pounds worth of comics, when his parents put money on there for him to treat me to things, and I had to pay for my ticket to the castle, and I had to pay for my ticket at the movies and my own food whenever he was around people. The only time he paid for me was when we were by ourselves. And I didn't get to go on my boat ride because he didn't want to go on there. He would rather have played tour guide that whole trip. And he knew he was in trouble. And he still is in trouble with me because he owes me. And most people don't realize that. And when I explained it, cursing out the person yesterday, they were like, oh, he didn't say any of that. I said, now are you going to talk to your friend? No. Because now, like all the other ones, they don't want to hurt his feelings. Look, I am mad at the situation. One, I am mad at Christopher because he gave up and prejudged me before it even began. I am mad at all of his friends who think they have one-upped me and were taking bets on this, okay? I am mad at the good friends who know him and don't want to talk to him and ease the situation, explain to him that when you're in a relationship with someone, you have to work at it. You have to take the person with a grain of salt, their own faults, everything. You don't tell them, I don't know why it's not working, why it's not physical. When they point out the fact that you sat in a chair, you would not cuddle, you would not let me spend time in the bed with you, meaning just to go to sleep at night, not to have sex or anything. And I will put this all on blast because it's in the book anyway. I just want to let all of his friends know that the ones who have called me, who remain nameless, because that's the one thing I am. I will respect anybody's wishes. But at the same time, he broke promises to me. Christopher has broken promises. So when you break a promise to me, it holds no merit now what I'm going to say, meaning I will tell everybody what happened because the merit that you wanted, that the promise was going to keep, is broken. So I'm going to say what I can say that happened out there and let the book do the talking. But like I said, I warned you all. The phone calls have not stopped. I picked up one yesterday by accident because I thought it was somebody else calling. To have to be told that I'm, oh, all those other things I just said before. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell everybody. Christopher fucked up. Christopher doesn't know how to fix it. We are friends right now. I would like him to come to New York, but if he comes with somebody else, they get a hotel. If it's just him, he can stay here. My dad said that Christopher is just scared, and in a relationship, you need to work at it. If you give up now, then what was it the point of everything? And I was trying to tell him, as the girlfriend, I can come out every year. Now that you just busted me back down to friend and don't put me as a priority, or you basically only want to know about me, like I said, friends in the corner. That's what you are. That's what you're doing to me. You only wanted me around when everybody else was not kissing your ass or anything else, right? Okay. Because that's the impression I'm getting from all the people that are calling me, that I was his chick on the side, his friend when nobody else was there. I didn't mean anything to him. But newsflash also, guys, according to his mom, whenever he ditched me for all of you and then come back was when he got out of his room. He would ditch me, he'd go lock in his room. I come back in, he's talkative or whatever. Same thing all the time, right? But here's my plea to you all. Either you help me with this situation and make him understand that if he has any secrets, any lies, or anything else that he's hiding from me, he will not like me in the next few days. Because too many people are telling me stories. And I'd like to not believe them because I had a tarot card reading that confirmed 3 other people's story about something. Give me a sec. And there are other things. Okay? People need time, people need whatever. But if people keep prejudging me and not giving me a fair chance because of selfish things or things that they want to dictate from their past, fine and great. I don't mind he's my friend right now because and I'm going to say right now, I changed it to single because he didn't want to do the all or nothing. And when I say all or nothing, it means I wanted him to work at it. I wanted to be in a relationship. Heck, I was going to even try to move out there if the relationship progressed. If it progressed, because see, everybody thinks I'm so head over heels for him. He's just a guy that came into my life that was better than some of the other guys. The problem is he's 7 years younger. He listens to people that don't know anything because they're in their 20s. He won't ask his parents for advice. Okay? Because what I got the impression of is that you love your parents, but you're not going to grow up. And I hate saying it that way, but the way everybody has been telling me stories, they're trying to tell me I should just leave your ass, even as a friend. But people don't realize that you ditched me. Okay, wait, I'll tell you guys. Christopher ditched me on December 7, 2014, okay? Then asked me, hello, me, to come back into his life to be his girlfriend finally. And for a whole year, no one knew, right? Only certain people knew, and I was getting hate mail. So he finally made it that we announced it, right? Okay, fine and great. No one gave us a fair chance to try. He disappeared 3 days before my trip. His computer broke 3 days before my trip. Okay? I like to know who either scared him or who did whatever, because I'd like to thank that person for showing me that he's not ready to grow yet and that he's very easily manipulated. He doesn't want to admit it or anything. Right now, he could probably be cursing me out after he sees this. All right? But 5 seconds later, we'll be friends again. Because maybe this time it'll get through his thick head that I matter and I shouldn't have been treated the way I was on that trip. And that I wanted to be in his life and this was just a small fight like we always have. Because 3 weeks was not enough to have a relationship like that. 3 months here, if he is coming here for 3 months. But I doubt that, because if he comes here for 3 months, guess where he's probably going to go? He's probably going to Florida with his second family, Ed and Jen. He's probably going to... Oh, yeah, that's what I got told, too. Oh, by the way, Ed and Jen, I'm sorry I used your names. Because I got told you are his second family and you mean more than anything. So if you want to talk to him about that, you can. Because if I tell you the theory on what I was told by somebody, I don't know. Maybe you could talk to him. But like I said, I wanted to try at this. I wanted this to work. He threw me away again. To all of you that have been calling me, please, once again, talk to your friend and leave me out of it. And I will give you guys the link to the book, because you guys really want to know so much about mine and Christopher's life. Why don't you go to the source? The one who wants to make peace with everybody because he doesn't want to hurt anybody, but says his friends, travel, and writing comes first, and no one will get in that way. Not even someone as a girlfriend. And then tells me that was a joke. No. He's not ready. I don't think he'll ever be ready. And like I said, I want to thank all of you for calling me to let me know that I am worthless. I was a joke to him. That you don't ask questions about how I got pictures because you think I'm stalking his page. That's a good one. Why don't you all try to get to know me before you listen to Christopher or anybody else? And those of you that are legit friends on Facebook and all the other places that wanted us to work, talk to Christopher. Find out what the fuck happened. Because I'm tired of explaining my side of it to people who really don't want to help. because everyone wants to stay out of it, wants to stay out of everything. But when you have someone who listens more to his friends than someone important in his life, yeah. And if there is another girl, I hope you're glad I fixed him for you. Because karma is going to knock down your ass. And that's what I'm saying to you guys right now. I'm not going to do anything. What's going to do it is my book and karma. Because I am writing about this. It was my first trip out of the United States. And I'm writing about it. And I don't care what is in it, because there is nothing that wasn't true. Because I wrote everything down. So, to all of you that keep wanting to ask me what the fuck happened, wait for the book. And if, Christopher, you want to curse me out or whatever after seeing this, look deep and tell me that I should be cursed out. You owe me. You hurt me and you owe me. And you better talk to some of your friends. Because it would have been nice if some of them took the bus or the train up to your house to apologize for me. Because I am not going to apologize to children. I am not. And if they don't realize they are children, to me an adult is someone who is an adult. Doesn't work about age. But if you act like a child, you are a child. And tell them to back the fuck off and start talking sense and not making up things or doing anything else. Because I am sick and tired of having to explain myself to people. And that's why I said now, I'm only going to say is, yes, this is me, and wait for the book and hang up on them. So, to all of you who think I am a rambling mess, I'm nuts, I'm whatever, I hold my pair of kings, I hold my ace, I hold everything, because I know who I am. I don't know who you are. You guys are people who are calling me who I don't even know. And out of respect, I basically respect your wishes on not being told your names, like, meaning, because you don't want to upset your friend Christopher. You don't want to lose your friendship with Christopher. You don't want to make waves with him because he's so sensitive. Like, Christopher, if you're hearing this or watching this, this is what people are telling me about you. Which means that this is what you portray to people. That, I mean, I even had some people say he was gay. I was like, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, because after that weekend, I don't know what I'm thinking. So, if any of you try to badmouth me for this, if any of you try to lie your way through anything, if any of you think that this is a way of getting Christopher to hate me more, I hope to God and goddesses and karma that things wake up in your lives. Because if you have to manipulate two people or manipulate a person to do something, what kind of friends are you to him? If you cared about this situation, like all the other ones that said, yay, they're finally together, yay, they're finally this, why don't you sit your friend down instead of calling me every 5 fucking minutes and say to him, what is Felicia to you? What is Gadget to you? What is what happened? What do you want? Because I knew what I wanted. No matter what, he was still going to be my friend. He's the one that asked me to be the girlfriend. And I was so happy because I thought finally he grew up. Finally, he was trying to get a relationship. Finally, getting over his broken heart. Finally, getting over the other girls that loved him and left him for other guys. Finally, moving forward after his grandfather's death. Finally, but the stipulation would be, if I wanted to stay in that relationship, he had to get a job and his friends had to apologize to me properly. None of this, you know what I mean? No. Properly. But everyone is selfish. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to be selfish because I'm asking the universe. I want both. I want to be living here in New York and being in the UK because minus Christopher, I love the UK. I love the scenery. I love everything. I love the fact my allergies didn't kick in. I love the fact that I lost weight. I want to have both. And I'm going to be selfish now and say this. If you guys do not want me in Christopher's life, you better tell him it's you guys. Because if he decides to cut me off after this video, it just goes to show to me that he is listening to all of you and does not consider me a friend, does not consider my self-worth, does not consider me a priority, does not consider me a human being. Because friends and boyfriends don't do that to people. Girlfriends don't do it either. I think this is what we've all become, a throwaway society who does not want to fix anything, who thinks nothing is broken, all right? Nobody wants to talk about anything. Everyone wants to hide. And he hides in his bedroom. He hid the night I was leaving instead of fixing it. He hid in his room the night the first fight instead of fixing it. Okay? All because I kept hearing him talk to other people. Do you think I wanted to fix this? Yes, I wanted to fix this. Did you think I wanted not to fight? I didn't want to fight with him. But to have other people influence his decision on how to fix this, that's where I drew the line. And to have the meanest, nastiest people call me up, that my friend does not love me, does not care about me, does not want me, that I'm just for show because of my connections, I wanted to strangle people. So, my other friend that lives here is pissed to the point where they want me to change my phone number. They want me to, and I'm like, I'm not stooping to these children's level. You have something to say to me. Be an adult and say it. Why did you all not want me to be in Christopher's life? Why do you guys hate the fact that he picked me? Because I had to deal with him trying to break up with me when he says past came back to haunt him right after he got back from Florida. Okay? You want to know what I have people telling me? And if Christopher is watching this, why don't you go talk to your friends and tell them to stop spreading rumors, all right? Because the only reason, I mean, you know, I'll tell you everything they've told me. Like I said, they told me he's sensitive, he's this, he's that, he's gay, he's whatever, right? They told me he has a kid. They told me, and the tarot card reading said the same thing too, but I think they messed it up when my other friend has the same, like, you know what I mean? I take tarot card readings with a grain of salt, but when I've got people telling me he has a kid, telling me he's gay, telling me that he is mentally childlike, that he's so sensitive and everything, okay? But yet, I have two versions of two-faced. There's two-faced where someone is nice to you and then talks behind your back. Then there's also two-faced where they basically, right to your face, say bad things about you and then try to take it back, okay? A lot of his friends do that. They also do it with me, okay? And I'm sick of that too. I am also tired of people, the wolves that are at my door, since he is now back to single and I'm back to single. I am tired of the phone calls. I am tired of hearing people say that I was nothing to Christopher, that I'm still nothing to Christopher, that I'm stalking him because of my pictures, that I just tagged him and that I went on the trip with him. Guys, once again, he asked me back in 2015, right after my graduation, to be his girlfriend. And then we made it public. Then his friends were getting married and I was invited and I had enough money to go pay my own way to go to the wedding because I was only going to go for a week, maybe a couple of days because that's all the money I had. All right? His parents, him, said, why don't you stay for 3 weeks? Why don't you stay for this? Why don't you stay longer? We'll help you out. Okay? They paid for my ticket. They paid for some of the stuff while I was there. When they found out that I had to pay for some other things, that they had left money for him, they were pissed at him. None of you in the UK came by to apologize. You guys could have hopped the train. But I see how nice you guys are and everything, because it would have been nice to see some of you and get an apology from you. But I could see what true colors you guys are. Okay? Also, plans got changed. Things got turned upside down. But I did not need him to ditch me for other people because you guys were like, oh, talk to us more, do this. The only things I was concerned with was the podcast, because I know he has to do that. And that's where I would be downstairs watching TV. But everything else, he was on the phone with everybody else or doing things that I'm like, why did you bring me fucking out here? Then to tell me he prejudged me, made a decision and was trying to change his mind. No, you can't do that. You have to take the person. You have to try to get to know the person. And 3 weeks was not going to get us to the point where it would be in 3 months or when I'm there every single day for a year. He froze. He did it to himself. And then I have to have you guys, basically this is a summary of it, tell me that I am the cause of the problem. At the same time that he is too fragile to deal with anything and that I should disappear. So, this is what I have to say to everybody. Wait till the book comes out. That's all I'm saying. Wait till the book comes out and you will have your answer of what happened on that fucking trip. Because no more. My phone will be picking up. If any of my friends pick up, they are going to curse you out. I right now just want Christopher to get his visa, to come here, okay, and try. Have his parents send him before they come, blah, 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 whatever, okay? I want a redo. I am owed. The universe owes me in this situation. But to have everyone not let me grieve, not let me put things back together, not let me try to fix my apartment in case his parents come here with him, so I don't have a place that looks like a hell explosion happened, you know? But then I look at the news, and now the UK or London is under a watch because of those idiots that are destroying things in the world. So great. It means another year of where I don't know if Christopher is going to even show up and have to deal with people now saying, ha ha, look at that. You're not nothing to him. I'm not nothing. I am something. And I'm upset because all of you think I'm nothing. But I will tell you this. Once again, ever since I came in his life, according to his parents and his mother, he has no trigeminal neuralgia. He has no neck injuries. And while we were out there, he didn't take any of his medication. His mother asked me, have you seen him take any pills or anything? I said, nope. He only has pain when he's upset. So, to all of you that really think you know your friend, just remember there's something called update your software. If you haven't seen somebody in maybe over 10 to 10 years or anything like that, and they don't tell you everything that's going on, or you're busy and you don't know what's going on in their life, they're not the same person. Trust me, I have people that look at me like, they go to me, oh wow, we haven't seen you since high school, and oh my God, you've changed so much. Yeah, it's called you have to update your software on people because people change. I updated my software. the night he went cold on me and stayed up in his room for 3 hours playing video games and left me down in that living room on my trip. Yeah, I updated my software because, like all the other ones says, he can't handle stress. He can't handle things. So this is what I want. I want Christopher to prove me wrong. I want him to talk to his friends. I want him to sit down with all of you and say, why do you hate me? I want him to question you guys. Why are you making trouble for me? Why are you saying he doesn't want me in his life? Why are you saying that I'm nuts over him and stalking him and everything, right? When I went on the trip with him. Yeah, by the way, he doesn't tell all of you that he did take me to the Doctor Who experience. Where is my thing? I should open up my Facebook, you know? But I was out there, by the way, guys, from June 21st till July 9th when I went on the plane. Okay? So where were all of you? His friends that wanted to meet me and everything. The only people that met me were at the wedding, and they were really nice to me. But where were all of you? Where were you, Josh? Where were you, Anthony? Where were you, Rachel? Where were you, Fiona? Where was, Ruth and, Cariad and all those other ones that claimed to be his friends that didn't do any harm to me or anything. But I didn't get to see you guys. So was he keeping me secret? Was he? I can understand maybe Fiona because she's dealing with things herself and everything. That I will understand. But the other people, they're children. They can take a bus or a train. They could have came to the house and spent movie night or something, or we could have done something else since the plans got changed and we didn't have to go do all the stuff that we did because only one of the trip was scheduled, and that was the Cardiff trip. And he didn't understand that I was going home right after that. So, yeah. So where were you guys? I know what I'm worth. And I don't give up on people the way you all like to want Christopher to give up on me. Or you guys want me to give up on him. And so you can have your isolated friend back. You see, there's the thing with me. And people know this. I make waves because I am not normal in the sense of I am not a normal girl. I am not normal because I actually have an opinion. I am not those little girls that go cry in a corner, blah, blah, blah. I cry because when I'm upset and pissed off at people. I don't like being nothing. I don't like being left alone. I don't like being belittled. But thanks to Christopher and the trip and everything, yes, it felt like that. And he knows what he did wrong. And he has to live with that guilt and everything. But why do I have to? I did nothing wrong on that trip. And all of you are calling me, blaming me. So, here's my ultimatum once again. Those of you that do watch my YouTube page and tell Christopher everything. Hi, Luke, by the way. Okay, by the way, his mom didn't like your posts that you gave me on the email. But have a nice day, okay? All of you that have been blocked or can see still my videos or anything or whatever, right? I'm giving you this ultimatum. You know who you are that called me. If you want Christopher happy in the sense of making peace with him, you admit you called me. If none of you admit you called me, then you either better, if Christopher is watching this, sit down with Christopher and say, why do you hate me to him? Why? Just tell him why you all hate me. Why you didn't want me in his life. Why you had to make trouble for me. Because if you are jealous, envious, or hateful of me, I want to know. Because none of you got to know me. None of you. You all played me. And you three, JR and A, Josh, Rachel, and Anthony, no. I don't play nice when people play with me and play me for a fool. So, I am not putting threats out there to any of you. I am making a statement, and this is what I state. I know who I am. I am not a stalker. I am not anything. I am me, who cared and loved and still loves Christopher for who he is. Even with all his faults and everything. I would not have left him the way the other girls did. I would not have broken his heart the way he has left me and broken my heart, which is still broken now. I do not want the universe to send me a new love because I am done with getting hurt. I am done with people who don't want to put me first, who want to stay in the shadows, who think that life is that of throwing things away and giving up and prejudging people before they get to know somebody. I am the victim in this, and don't play the victim because, like I said to all of you, I am writing about the trip. That will be the first book. The next book will be about my 3 years with him and how all of you, and I have everything down, messed it up by having him leave me every time. And those of you who think I don't know what's going on behind my back, just let your guilt eat at you, because if you are a decent human being, any girl that was trying to get with him or is hiding behind the scenes better come clean, because I am a firm believer in karma and it will backfire. Because he claims there's no other girl, but to each his own. He claims there's no kids, to each his own. But I've always asked him, what am I to him? It took me 5 minutes to get him to say he loves me as a friend. That was even pulling teeth, because he doesn't know what to feel with me. And that I understand. You're afraid to admit what you feel for me. And you're afraid to tell people about me. Because you could have told Sam and David that you were with me at the Doctor Who experience when they saw the pictures. You could have told everyone I was with you. After someone cursed, I had to curse out, and another person had called me, you start tagging me in the pictures. I told you. What am I to you? Because what you're doing is what people do all the time. Put friends in the corner when they don't want them around. They're just that friend that, you know what, whatever. And I thought I was different. I thought I wasn't like that with you. So, to all of you guys out there, this is why I'm upset. Because I had to curse somebody out who told me that I'm nothing and worthless. And that wasn't Christopher. That was these people. And then I have to hear other people and everything. So, those of you that want to talk to me and are willing to tell Christopher you talk to me, you want to hear my side of everything that your friend has not told you because he is so scared of everything because he's going to be prejudged. He prejudged me. So that's where I'm pissed too about everything. So I didn't want this to be an hour video, but guess what? So right now, this is what my goal, my standing is. From today on, tomorrow starts August, brand new month, okay? I will be cleaning this apartment in hopes that maybe he'll wake up and come visit me. Also, I will be selling things because I need to get money because there's no jobs out there. I will try to go to events with the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, but that's on when I can afford to go and when I can actually find events that will accept me there. Because a lot of places don't want me to take pictures and don't want me to use it. Like last night, I couldn't bring it because it wasn't a Harry Potter theme. So that's why I didn't go see you guys at the opening of the thing last night. Otherwise, I would have been down in the city having fun. But also, people didn't contact me who were supposed to contact me because we were supposed to go down in a group. So, see what I mean? How people don't talk to people? So, this is coming up on an hour. I say to you guys, I am home. And starting now, I'm taking my life back and I'm being selfish. Christopher, if you're pissed at me because of this, you did it to yourself and you know why. You still want to be my friend? You want to make peace? You want to be back to being boyfriend? We will fix this. But if you want to give up and prejudge me and let all the other little minions in your life dictate how this is going to be, you will be alone for the rest of your life. Trust me on that. Because I know what it's like to be alone, and I know what it's like when you don't want to be alone. But I take it that you want to be alone for the rest of your life. So, wait for the book, have fun, and you guys, whatever, call me. Bye.